Welcome to the stream room. It's a big old boy, it's a big old complicated boy. I'm gonna talk you through some of the ins and outs of it. It's pretty crazy. I think the best place to start is as you come in. When you come into here, you've got to go through the techie room, the technician room, whatever you want to call it. That's where the staff that run the stream and do all the magic, that's where they linger and do all the technical stuff to get the stream out there. So the first thing you'll notice in this room is the big old mixing desk. So that brings in all the mic inputs, all the PC audio inputs, and like mixes in the background music as well, if that's on the stream. Mixes it all together, makes it sound crispy, does all like the compression to the microphones, makes everyone sound nice. There's just a lot of buttons on it, just for tweaking. I think it looks more intimidating than it is, to be honest. I think a lot of it is just faders for volume. So around the mixing desk is this multi-monitor setup, and it's actually a couple of PCs running it. So there's one PC which runs vMix, which mixes in all the visuals from the PCs and the cameras in here and allows the technicians to do on-the-fly editing super quick. So that runs into a second PC, which runs OBS, which then exports to Twitch. So the OBS PC is basically there to switch between the break screen and the We're Live screen. So that's why there's 4 monitors. So on the left, you've got visual from all the PCs in here. In the center, you've got the vMix PC, and then on the right, you've got the OBS PC. And then above that is also the stream preview. And the cool thing about it as well is there's only one mouse for all of it. I don't know. There's wizardry there. I don't know what program that is, but the mouse goes across the different PCs, across the monitors. There's also one more PC in that room, and it's a Mac Pro. It's an old bin, one of them bin boys. And that basically runs audio recording for anything in the office. Anything in the office goes to that PC in there, whether it's game recording in the games night room or in here. All the mics go there. I don't know if it's magic or really long cables. I've not figured that one out. Probably magic. And there's the box in the corner of that room that runs the magic, or the cables. So this big old box is basically inputs and outputs. So across the whole building, there's lots of sort of XLR inputs for microphones or SDI inputs for video, and sort of there's boxes around the office that connect to each other. So there's a box in the central tech room where everything is recorded, and then sort of like in the games night room, there's a box that runs audio, and there's a little hub for video inputs. So that runs around the building and then comes back to this central hub. So in here, we've also got another box of inputs. So everything plugs into it, all the audio, all the video, it all gets plugged in. And then it goes to this central tech room where everything is recorded, basically. It's nuts. So yeah, the little roller boy back there, it was custom made. I think TJ made a few parts for it, 3D printed it to make it all work. So yeah, it runs everything in here: cameras, microphones, PC visuals, PC audios, all goes into that box. Also works as like the Ethernet hub for all the PCs, so they all plug in over there. Then on top of the big brain box is another PC, and this basically just runs Twitch chat for people in here to see. And also like the donation notifications and all the alerts from stream. It sends it to a reader so you can read it. I guess that leads us into what do you actually see when you're in here streaming? So everyone has their own desk. I mean, previously it used to be two big old desks in here. Past year, everyone's kind of been a bit distant for some reason. Everyone keeping their space. So health and safety was the reason for getting everyone spaced apart, but actually, it's actually a lot better. It makes it a lot more comfortable for everyone to come in. So each desk can be raised or lowered for each person. So rather than having to stand up when the person next to you wants to stand up, you can stay sat down. The person next to you can stand up. The person on the other side of the room can lie down crying on the floor. Anything goes in this room now. It's very flexible. And then obviously, the cameras behind the desks, they can raise and lower because they're all on tripods. And the reason they're on tripods and not clamped to the desk, which would make sense, is just for like when you're hitting the desk, you don't want those vibrations to go through. wobble the camera as well, because it looks a bit weird when like one camera's wobbling about on the green screen and then the rest. It just looks bad. It just looks bad, okay? It just looks bad. But yeah, each desk has 2 sets of keyboards, one to control that central chat PC, so you can clear through donations as they come through, or scroll up chat if you need to. You can also check stuff that you don't want to be shown on stream. You can just quickly tab out, open a browser, you know it's safe. You're not going to get doxxed if you're logging into something to check information. It's a good thing to have. And then obviously other keyboard and mouses for the actual PC that you're gaming on. And so the third monitor on that desk, the little monitor that's not a PC, is just a recorder. So a lot of people do their channel recordings in here. So when we're recording, we record on an external recording thing and also with shadow play. So you got the redundancy there. If you're recording your Minecraft Let's Play in the stream room, it's just quick, reach over, hit record, and you're golden. You're golden and good to go. You're golden and good to go. I guess the only other knickknacks on the desk is the little audio box. It plugs the headsets into. So that runs the mics and the audios all about, and it goes into the beast in the middle. And then there's also a stream deck on every PC, so people can just come in here, stream by themselves if they want to. You just got the buttons to go live and go break, and they can control stuff if they need to. If there's no one available to run the stream, it's all doable. It's all doable. So yeah, what is in the rest of the room? I'm sure you've noticed the big ass TVs. They are literally just there for the stream preview. It's a bit overkill, but they were previously on the far wall and the desks were all the way on the other side of the room, so they need to be big so you can see the stream preview and also read the chat. It made sense. And now that we've rejuggled the room, yeah, they're a bit big, but you may as well make do with what you got rather than getting, well, we need some smaller monitors now that they're closer. No, that's dumb. I guess the only other noteworthy thing in here is the lighting. So we got a lot of LEDs, a lot of softbox LEDs all in the ceiling. So we've got a row of LEDs basically just to light the green screen. When you're green screening stuff, it's good to get an evenly lit screen. So when you come to keying it out, you're being very selective with your color. It just makes it a lot easier to key out and also better for quality. And then the next row back of lights is basically just one key light for every streamer. So there's one little light to make sure everyone's lit enough. No one's creeping into the shadows. I think it's also worth noting, everything runs on Wi-Fi sockets, which is pretty cool. So I think there's an iPad in there, and you can just tap one button, and it just flicks all the lights on and off at the click of the button, and it can be done remotely as well, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Don't even have to be in to turn the lights off. We do live in the future, don't we? And I guess the rest of the room is kind of odd bits and storage. So there's a couple of big old boxes in the back, which is just a load of live gear for when you were allowed outside and allowed to run live events. We've got the gear for it. And there's also a couple of other weird bits in here, which maybe don't belong in here. But I think that's just the way of YogTours. There's going to be something a little bit weird in every room, and no one quite knows why.